In 5 Musketeers, 4 Musketeers, 3 Musketeers.
And D'Artagnan, too. I'm going to leave in so people know that you counted us in via Musketeers from 5, of which there could never be 5 Musketeers.
There could only be 3 with a parenthetical 1.
Yeah, 3 plus 1.
And they're plus
like
1.
Your Army Reserve, he signed up for 4 plus 2. The number 6 does not exist in the U.S. Army. So, welcome to our new episode. This is Daniel Zaffron.
Beto Sistos.
Greg Gonzalez, and we are hot off the presses of eating some caffeine jelly beans, and oh boy, are we amped up.
No, we actually ate those a week ago, and they're still in our system.
And we're all the Tex Avery Wolf now.
Yeah.
We brought Greg back to life.
Yeah.
He begged us not to, but we did.
We ignored that. Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, do not resuscitate if recording a podcast he had in his wallet. So this is, how should we say that isn't annoying, the name of the show?
How do you say it in French, Daniel?
Oh.
That's a good question.
Condé.
I don't know.
The rule with French is like you only pronounce 2 of the letters or something. So it's like
you have to pick which 2 you pronounce.
Condé.
I'm trying to think.
It doesn't matter. It's Condé.
We've had too many Jelly Bellies.
Being 3 of a pack of 15.
I know. Yeah, I can't remember how you say candy. Gâteau. No, that's like a cake more.
Chocolat is chocolat.
Chocolat de chocolat. Oh.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, tell me how you say candy in French so that I don't
it.
look the fool. Everyone should know I lived in France for a year, but we didn't talk about candy. In civilized French society, you don't talk about candy.
Yes, I ate a baguette, croissant every day. I kissed the woman.
Oh, wow.
The woman.
Les bonbons sont dandys.
Bonbon. Yeah, that's a way
Les
to...
bonbons sont dandys.
Oh, that was me saying it.
Yeah, good job.
She needs some
Candies are dandy.
She needs some of these. She's
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
know.
slow.
She
She
needs
needs
a-
some.
Yeah, she sounded good.
I slowed it down.
Can we make her our new wife? We can so ask her to translate will you marry me?
You got it.
While he proposes to his phone. I've always got a little bit of top of show business to get to.
Top of the show to you. Top of the show to you.
Okay, we're going to get married here.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
My French is coming back to me. That sounded like English. Like it translated so quickly in my head.
Your brain processed it really well.
Veux-tu m'épouser?
Anyway, so we're married to a phone now, but let's
Oh no, we're acting out my script now. Oh no.
my script for her. By the way, my notes this time are printed on the back of my work schedule for
cool.
other people.
Oh, yeah. In Chinese?
Yeah, in China, everything I do is in. I get fluent French and Chinese. That's me.
I believe it.
Translated it. Say how you marry me in Chinese. So at the top of the show, someone on Instagram tagged us, and that someone is a friend of ours, Greg, John Fahey.
John Fahey.
A very funny comedian and host of the Profiles in Eccentricity podcast.
A very handsome and huggable person.
He is, and very Irish.
I didn't want to say it, but incredibly Irish.
His one downfall is how Irish he is. He mentioned us in a post that he bought a Kit Kat. Or it seemed to got like one of those like fun size party bags of Kit Kats, and he bit into one of them, which he bit into 2 at the same time, which is, I think we need to talk to him about that.
I feel like every bag he buys is a party bag. Go ahead.
The mini Kit Kats are like 2 little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
you're not supposed to bite into both of them at the same
You
time.
do whatever you eat it.
It's
however
a
you want.
mini, dude. The rules
Break
don't
me
apply.
a piece.
Not
Break
with the
me
minis.
a piece.
It's not how
Break
you-
me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
It's a recommendation.
If it was full size, I'd be with you. But minis, you do whatever you want.
yeah.
I guess so. I mean, they don't say bite into an entire double of Kit Kat bars, but okay.
Legally, you can
His
go.
Irish traditions. So he bit into it and he showed us a picture. There was no wafer in the Kit Kat.
What?
It was just pure chocolate.
I don't understand.
Something went wrong at Kit Kat HQ.
Oh, man.
Break me off a piece of that grievance form. Am I right? But he said that the chocolate still tasted really good. So it's kind of reassuring to know that, like, oh, the chocolate's also good. It's not just good because there's wafer in it.
Yeah.
It's like when they took the adamantium off of Wolverine's bones. It's like it's still Wolverine, but my favorite part's gone now.
Yeah, and it won't heal itself
It won't heal
I guess
anymore.
It still
The
will.
bone will, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can kill him easier.
Yeah, and when he hits it with his non-adamantium regular bones, it certainly is going to hurt him.
Are we still talking about John Fahey?
He's got a secret. He's not ready to tell everybody yet.
But a weird experience, but also how many people in the world have gotten the chance to bite into a Kit Kat that has no wafer in it? I mean, he's a lucky guy.
He's
the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, there you go. Full circle.
You know, he found the secret one. He gets to take a tour of the Kit
Yeah.
Kat factory now,
Yeah.
which is just a big raft.
Is he still alive?
Oh, we didn't.
John
check.
Fahey? I don't know. Maybe the Kit Kat might have killed him. When you eat that much just Kit Kat chocolate, it's like the Ring. So I think it's time. It's time to get into candy news. Uh-oh.
Voici les nouvelles de Bonbon Voodoo Doom.
Here's the news about candy.
Wow! My mind is blown.
Wow.
But I don't know what the last part was.
Daniel, ask her this now. I'll go through you.
It's a game of telephone.
Yeah. What do you want to
With
ask
his
her?
telephone. What was the last part that she said?
Here is the candy news, you sweet, sweet man.
Oh, okay. See, no one ever said that to me in French, so I
wouldn't
only
know the
understood
words
the
for
first part. Yeah, there's no words can describe it. We're giving the candy boy a week off, so we have our new wife, the phone,
His au pair is here.
his off phone. Okay, so, I like to label my candy news, give them titles. This one is called Here Comes Peter Court and Tail. Ooh. So the Swiss chocolate company Lindt and Sprungli, makers of the Lindt chocolate balls and the iconic gold-wrapped chocolate Easter bunnies, you know?
Yeah.
Not that iconic, not coming to mind.
It's a golden bunny. How many golden bunnies do you see regularly? It has like a little red collar.
Yep.
So the makers of that, Lindt, they won their lawsuit against the German discount grocery store Lidl for selling knockoffs of said gold-wrapped chocolate Easter bunnies.
It's a hair.
Yeah.
And like in the last episode, they won because of the name and branding, not because of the ingredients.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
always that's the thing. They've had to fight this sort of thing before because that shade of gold they use is trademarked.
Wow.
So
that is insane.
That's
Holy
their,
crap.
like, you cannot recreate that. And also the lawsuit only applies to the bunnies sold in Switzerland, but all of the imposter little bunnies were ordered by the court of Switzerland to be, quote, destroyed.
Wow.
So all of the German knockoff brand chocolate Easter bunnies in Switzerland had to be melted.
Oh my God. So you're saying that the United Nations had to separate all the Nazi stolen gold bunnies.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Nazi gold, the Nazi bunny golds they stole.
Ironically, this lawsuit did happen in Nuremberg. That's where they went to court.
Lots of men were hung that day.
Yeah. Lots of rabbits.
They were just following orders.
They were just hopping after the leader. So yeah, that's the candy news. Those had to be destroyed. And
Vous êtes la meilleure source d'informations sur les bonbons.
you are the best source of candy news?
That is correct. Wow, this man speaks French.
Legitimate.
Boom, boom.
Whoa.
I have a
Have
better...
you seen Amelie?
I'm better at understanding when women speak and when robot women speak. Then I can really understand that.
My favorite droid. I don't remember.
My favorite joy is droid.
It's Air Do Day Do.
Air do day do.
C'est toi pay zero.
Joan Rivers from Spaceballs is my favorite female character in all of history.
Okay, so the candy we're doing today is, I picked this one. This is why we're speaking so much French, perfectly on everybody's part. We got Three Musketeers for you.
Woo, there's three of us. There's
Three
three
of us.
Musketeers.
Now, here's
perfect.
a problem, and I think I'm going to take this up legally, is that it says Three Musketeers, but there's only one bar here.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Also, you stepped on your Three Musketeers. Like, you have a dent in yours.
No, this is the way they all are.
He was angry.
This is Quasimodo. This is the man in the Iron Mask.
You're got a little mixed up with your Dumas stories. I think mine might actually be the Phantom of the Opera that I'm eating.
Half of it's burned.
Yeah, because we're in a theater right now. What if we start?
Oh, don't say that name. Just don't say it.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God.
Don't you do it.
King Lear, Romeo and Juliet. I forget which one it is that you.
Is it different in French?
Annie.
Let's find out.
Annie, the most cursed Shakespeare play of all.
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
What are you looking up?
I'm going to do the name in French. See
Oh
if it's
my
different.
God.
Yeah, please.
This is going to be scary. We're going to be crushed by a French
Yeah, here we go.
ghost.
You ready to die?
Macbeth.
Oh no! All of the sandbags fell on me. Oh no! Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped me. Oh no!
Get your mother.
Get my favorite Shakespeare play out of your mouth.
I was talking about Shaft.
I can't dig it. As the great bard once said.
That's also how Lady Macbeth would call him when she needs him from the other room to get Macbeth.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some history on the Three Musketeers. I will answer all of the questions you have about Three Musketeers.
Who wrote it?
I will not interrupt you.
Alexander Dumas,
Dumas.
I think. Have you read the Three Musketeers, anybody?
Nope.
No.
It's really fun. It's really long, but it's really fun.
What's better, that or Count of Monte Cristo?
I have not read the Count of Monte
I thought
Cristo.
you did.
No, Melissa read the Count of Monte Cristo. It seems like they're like if you like one, you're going to like the other.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed the Three Musketeers.
I remember hearing that in that day and age, you got paid per line. So there's a lot of dialogue in Three Musketeers. Like, where are we going? This way. Are you sure? Yeah. And then
It's like 700 pages. I was going to say it's set like 7 pages long. The longest thing I've ever read. But it's really long.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what the ratio to sword to gunplay was.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't
Because
think
they're musketeers.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not musket ears. I don't think there's any gunplay at all because this is like Louis the 14th. It's like early 17th.
They're not musketeers?
I guess there's guns.
You confused me with that.
They're swordsmen. They
Well, I thought they were swordsmen with guns.
I
So
don't.
isn't that the whole point of a musketeer?
Yeah.
No. I don't remember why. Okay, this is the one question I can't answer of why the Musketeers are called Musketeers.
Because they'll shoot you when they're out of ammo. They'll stab you.
No. It's all about.
my mind is blown.
It's all about knives. Not
My
knives.
mind
Guns.
is
It's all about
freaking
butterfly
blown.
knives.
I'm confused. So there's no Musketeers in this? How is this? Why would it call it that?
But there's at least 6 Musketeers. Justin Timberlake, or was Justin Timberlake one of them?
Yeah. When you're done with the sword and the gun, you throw mice at them. That's why they're Musketeers.
Let me see why they are called Musketeers.
I thought they were like in that weird transition of time where guns were coming up, but they weren't as reliable as.
Like pirate times.
There
Yeah.
might be times with like a few people, sure, might have had like a not a full musket, but like a gun on their belt.
So like they were proficient in both shooting your ass and stabbing you.
These guys were renowned.
Well, my caddy is loading my musket. I'm going to sword fight you. And then when it's done after 15 minutes of him getting it ready, I'll have that one shot. Damn, I missed. And then you got to go back to...
Okay, so it seems originally it was in reference to musket, like the infantrymen were musketeers.
Yeah.
But it seems over the years the meaning just became kind of meaningless. From what I just looked at for 3 seconds.
They ran out of bullets for a while.
And they for World War II, they had to start
They had to
stockpiling
conserve,
them because these guys were all about swords. Like it was all about dueling with swords. They were like the finest
Interesting.
swordsmen in France. That was
Wow.
their whole thing.
Okay, that blew my mind.
Yeah, they're not like going around like Rambo.
Oh.
Rambo with swords.
You get one shot, don't miss.
Don't miss mom spaghetti. Okay, so much like Athos, Porthos, and Aramis,
Here we go.
this story has ethos, pathos, and Danny Z. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis are the 3 Musketeers.
I figured, I believe you.
I'm not
And then
cultured enough.
D'Artagnan is the little guy who, he's not little, he's younger, who like is new to the royal court, and the 3 Musketeers kind of take him.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Is he?
No,
does he-
it's the guy who played Robin
Oh, okay.
from Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Burt Ward?
Can I go? Is it okay if I walk out?
So to start, what is a 3 Musketeers bar? We learned the word.
Episode is changing.
It's where the 3 Musketeers drink. One of them owns it. One of them's the finest patron. And one of them cleans it.
I believe they did go to a place all the time. I mean, they were just like 3 good friends. So this is a candy bar made entirely of our beloved nougat. This is all nougat.
Yeah.
The nougat itself is chocolate flavored and whipped. Is Seinfeld back? What's the deal? They don't have muskets. So the nougat is chocolate flavored. So it's chocolate flavored nougat.
Interesting.
And it's whipped to perfection.
That's interesting.
With some sugary syrup added to maintain the very soft, airy texture. And then the entire thing is enrobed in chocolate.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very fluffy. Let's talk about we've all had a 3 Musketeers in our lives. Recently?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's
a
been a
while.
And
minute
if I had one, it's the fun
A fun
size.
size, yeah. That's the most common form, really.
When I went looking for this, it was kind of hard to find. I was like, did they just stop making 3 Musketeers? Like, this used to be a very common candy on the impulse buy section.
Yeah.
And then now I couldn't find it.
They used to heavily advertise these too.
Yeah, I remember commercials
When I was a
and
kid.
stuff.
Well, I'll get into that a little bit, but I couldn't find them at Target, but they did have a lot of them at Ralph's. Like they were jam-packed with 3 Musketeers at Ralph's. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
It was first made, as it is today, by the Mars Company in 1932 as the 3rd candy put out by those from the Red Planet. So it went Milky Way, Snickers, Three Musketeers.
Oh, it's the third
It's
bar.
the third. No, that's not the name, actually.
Oh.
This is why we all find those same. If you feel the top, you will feel those disgusting veins on top of
yeah.
it, just like the Snickers
Oh,
and
yeah,
the Milky Way
disgusting.
have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
disgusting.
yeah, I don't like touching
Yeah, I
this.
don't like touching veins.
Yeah, me neither. All for one and one for all, am I right?
Does it have the, I guess we'll find out, but does it have the little conveyor belt marks on the bottom?
We'll find out. It's got to be. I mean, that's the signature Mars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now to solve the mystery behind the name.
Yes, please.
It originally came in a little box that was 3 separate mini candy bars that were all kind of connected in a sort of, I'll use that word again, chunky rectangle. It was like 3 speed bumps kind of connected that you could split apart. And these 3 bars came in 3 flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
Oh, interesting.
Hence the Three Musketeers. It was like a Neapolitan style thing.
And it was like a Toblerone is like one piece, but you could separate them with different
It looked
shapes?
like, have you ever seen a Swiss roll, like a Little Debbie Swiss roll?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
It was, imagine 3 of those connected. That's
So you
what
break
looked
it apart?
Like. You break it apart.
Okay.
There was literally like speed bumps.
Yeah.
And in the divots, you could break them apart pretty easily.
Okay.
I saw a video of it. And yeah, it was 3 different flavors, which sounds really good.
Yeah.
It was marketed as being the candy bar you could share, much like Kit Kat kind of is, but it's really just a gimmick to have people buy more because they shared it all away. Like,
Yeah.
like 1/3 of what a Three Musketeers are. You're like, I want 2 more Three Musketeers now. Originally cost 5 cents. And just a little more information I have to unravel the mystery that is nougat, which always seems to confuse us.
Yep.
We're getting more into French now. The word nougat comes from the Occitan language, which is like it's still kind of around. It's like the southern western part of France and like kind of northern parts of Spain. It was like Occitan territory where they spoke like a different kind of French. Like it was almost it was pretty much a different language, but it's a really old language. And that's where, the perfume store L'Occitane en Provence. It's orange. Ask our wives.
All right.
That's where that comes from. But in that language, the word nougat means nut bread. Why this is the word for nougat, I'm not really sure. But nougat was used originally in candy bars in an attempt to recreate the texture and flavor of ice cream. Which is why so many nougat-based ice cream, nougat-based candies like this and Snickers are often sold frozen, or people freeze them to try to recreate that ice cream experience, which is why we have an extra Three Musketeers in the freezer right now that we are going to recreate and see if it's any different.
So we're reverse engineering. They went ice cream to nougat. We're going nougat
to
back
ice
to
cream.
ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
We cracked it. We cracked the code.
We're just going to hold it and lick the sides of it.
Same side.
But what happened to the other 2 Musketeer flavors,
what
you
the
ask?
heck?
Were they felled by Cardinal Richelieu? You got to read this book. Let's
I don't like these
pause this.
accurate references.
I don't like not getting things. Is it Bowser?
Bowser or Bowser Jr. They were not felled by Cardinal Richelieu. They were felled, as most things were, by Hitler.
Oh,
What?
Hitler.
Because of the sugar rationing during World War II, sugar had to be melted down into bullets. And I say that because one of the Ellie Meekley fans, Cheltenham Road, he specifically requested that we make that joke on this show. So it was too expensive at the time to produce 3 separate kinds of candy for one candy bar. So they kept the most popular kind, which was chocolate, and the other 2 were buried at Père Lachaise. You guys gotta read. I mean, like a book. Watch a documentary.
Cricket.
I'll read the first 6 credits of the movie.
I stay for the Easter egg at the end.
Which are made by Lint and Spruky. So they got rid of them. It's just the chocolate nougat. The Three Musketeers was one of the first candy bars ever to be advertised on TV, as it was a sponsor on the Howdy Doody show in the 40s and 50s. They even had a song, which I'll put on our social media, but not here because I don't want to have to get into a legal shootout with Howdy Doody.
Or a sword fight.
It was just...
Yeah.
He's got a gun. I only have a sword. It was something... It goes a little something like this. It was basically just like, Three Musketeers are good. Three Musketeers are good. Share them with your friends. Buy more Three Musketeers. Like, it's really just like that simple because it's just an ad.
You hear the door open and like a lawyer is walking over.
You hear like a marionette's footsteps. Howdy, partner. So they are also marketed, at least for a while they were, as being lower in fat than other candy bars. You remember that? It used to say on them like 45% less fat.
It's all air.
That's the thing. Like, it was so airy. They have 8 grams of fat as opposed to 10 in a Milky Way, which is a pretty similar candy bar. So it is a little bit less fat. In 2011, they had actually switched the recipe to have 45% less fat, but a richer chocolate taste, but nobody seemed to really notice it. So they were like, why are we doing this? And they just switched back. So it's back to the original recipe.
Right.
As we know from one of our previous games, they are known without any confusion whatsoever in Europe as Milky Ways, which makes a lot more sense nowadays for what it is, since there aren't 3 flavors, but apparently they do taste a little bit different in Europe.
Okay.
Over the years, alternate flavors have included mint, French vanilla, mocha cappuccino, cherry, raspberry, orange, s'mores, birthday cake, and coconut. And now all for one, and one for each of us.
Oh.
Let's get into tasting a Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers, I really like Three Musketeers. Yeah. And as the years have gone on, like, they used to be kind of boring to me as I was younger, but as I got older, I really like it more and more.
It's a refined taste to you.
Refined
taste. I think this is my grandma's favorite candy bar.
Because as I realize more and more how little I like Snickers, like, this is the best parts of Three Musketeers, of a Snickers to me. Like, I really like the nougaty part. So it's a classic silvery Three Musketeers wrapper.
Shiny.
These are pretty, and I'll use that word again, it's a chunky bar. Like, it's very tall, it's very thick, and it's very long also.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's open it up. Easy to open, peels off nice, not melted at all. This is like perfect.
Yeah.
It smells
a little bit soft.
It smells really good.
It smells super chocolatey.
And it has the markings on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
The Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman. Same conveyor belt.
I wonder. It smells really good.
Yes. Couldn't you theoretically shift these to a different lane?
Yeah.
So they don't get the caramel
or whatever?
Yeah, so it starts as everything starts as a Three Musketeers.
But if you have a bunch of Three Musketeers lying on the tracks and you can but then there's one Musketeer lying on the other track, which Musketeers do you save?
Can I be one of the Musketeers to get hit by the train?
You are the train. So, okay, so the veins are less pronounced.
Yeah.
They're more like X's, kind of like Three Musketeers. Like Zorro Zorro's been here.
Is Zorro a Musketeer?
Yeah, Zorro's a Musketeer.
He's the
Spanish Musketeer. No, he's actually Mexican. No, he's Spanish, but he moved to Mexico. He's Spanish, moved to Mexico.
Spanish descent, moved to Mexico.
So let's bite into it. It smells really good. We can all agree on that.
It smells really good.
Like, it's a strong chocolatey smell.
A strong, sweet chocolate smell.
All right, let's bite in.
Oh, fluffy.
That is very fluffy and soft. Chocolate on chocolate. That's what the package says.
Something weird happened in the middle there. I need to go back in.
You look like you're listening to Nixon's tapes. Both of you just kind of angry and confused. Huh? What? Wait, what did he say about what?
I bit mine in 2 different ways. The first bite, I took way too big of a bite. And that fluffiness almost clogged my throat. But then when you take a smaller bite, it's the perfect amount. And it tastes really good. Mm-hmm. I really like the taste of this.
Yeah, the taste is really good.
I got some weird, something berry or sweet in the middle on my initial bite.
Oh, really?
Something threw me off. And then when I went back in, it was normal Three Musketeer.
Maybe it's just the sweetness of the...
Yeah, maybe you weren't ready for it. Maybe you saw a little Jelly Belly in your mouth.
It's kind of overwhelmingly chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like when you bite like a fudge. Like a big fudge thing. You're like,
yeah.
This is a problem.
This is a problem.
This is a problem.
Hey, it's a problem.
I love this. This is what I've been looking for in candy so far in this show.
You and I must disagree because I am missing the texture of the peanuts that you'd get from a Snickers.
Okay.
Because this is almost too soft.
Yeah.
I do want something thrown in there, like a piece of glass or something, just to change the texture up, like a needle.
A razor blade even.
Yeah.
That is one thing I can fault for this. Yeah. A whole bar of this does kind of get boring because it is the same thing over and over. Snickers does have that over this, and that it's different. Each bite is a little bit different.
Yeah.
This, every bite is exactly the same, and that's kind of boring, but it really tastes good.
Yeah.
But you do get a little bored of it, but it's very good in my opinion.
It's good. It's very rich.
Yeah.
It's kind of thirsty
rich.
Now.
Yeah. I popped my water open because my throat was getting hot.
I'm slicing mine. It's just really it looks like
that's crazy. That slice came out so good because mine is so crumbly. Not because it's
you
dented.
stepped on yours or something.
You squeezed all the air out.
Yeah, you deep breathe.
It's my CPR dummy for the day.
Yeah, it's really if you can kind of see it, it looks like frosting, whipped, really whipped
that's what
frosting.
it tastes like. It's like
Oh, yeah.
It's like frosting, like chocolate covered frosting. Chocolate covered chocolate frosting.
That's perfect. I mean, that's all I ever wanted. I
You
really
chocolate boy.
You silly chocolate boy. You did it again. You tricked all of us into eating chocolate.
I'm gonna go grab
Yeah,
yeah.
do.
Please.
the frozen one.
I'm sure it being cold is gonna.
I think it's gonna change everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Just give me your Three Musketeers before you go. Just leave it on my day. I'm going to look at it real quick.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just want to look at it. Oh my God, that made me thirsty.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny that he went that way. And,
I was very confused too. He could have just gone by that curtain right there. It's open.
Get back
Why did
here.
you leave that way?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
It was very confusing watching you walk away. It's like you changed your mind midway. Like, I don't want to.
I'm Gallaghering again. Okay, so I just got back from the freezer. Guys, I just got back from the freezer. So I have the Three Musketeers. It is very hard. Let's cut this open before it starts thawing.
How hard is it?
It looks beautiful. Like, it's so smooth. It looks so nice. It's shiny. Okay, I'm going to cut it in thirds.
The knife broke.
Oh, it's hard. It's very hard.
Oh, Jesus.
It's almost like an ice cream cake.
That's amazing. I'm like more excited about this than normal Three Musketeers.
Let me give these to you.
Just chuck it at me, Daniel.
No, thing is too crumbly.
Oh my God, it's cold. The fluffy center, now it looks,
The air bubbles are gone.
It's completely smooth.
Or is that because you sliced it?
No, it's completely, well, maybe. We'll see what it...
it's
That's a
smooth.
good point. No, but when I cut it, when I slice the regular one, the air bubbles will still there. This looks like ice cream.
Yeah, it looks exactly like ice cream. I'm going to take a bite and see if the bubbles are still there. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so hard. I can't.
That's ice cream. That's
I
chocolate ice
can't
cream.
do it.
He died doing it.
This tastes almost exactly like ice cream.
Yeah, chocolate ice cream, yeah.
This is way better.
It's fun. The chewiness of it is really fun.
Yeah.
It hurts my teeth.
It does.
I hurt my teeth really hurt now because you really have to bite into it. But this recreates ice cream really well. Like, I never even thought that's why people freeze these things.
Yeah, that's chocolate ice
Like,
cream.
if you wanted to...
Ice cream on the go.
If you wanted to, and let's quote a lot of people from middle school, suck on this, like, you'd have a good time sucking on this thing.
Wow.
Still the same problem of it being very chocolatey.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the coldness, though, helps you get through that.
Because your throat's getting hot from the chocolate, but it's cold, so not hot.
Eloquently put. Yeah, that's like eating a scoop of ice cream.
That changed the game.
Like, I kind of can't have it warm anymore.
No, I know.
You're not wrong. Like, there's something I really like about the fluffy airiness, but I think it does taste better frozen.
Yeah.
It really tastes like ice. Like, I had no idea that frozen nougat could recreate ice cream like that. That's revolutionary.
Yeah.
That was great.
Revolutionary, much like the Three Musketeers. I thought that was pretty good. So
I really enjoyed that.
let's talk about where we got ours. You were, like we said, it's very common, but it's not Snickers common.
Yeah. Snickers, peanut M&M common.
Yeah, I got mine. They didn't have it at Target, which is insane. I got it at Ralph's. Mine was $1.50, I think.
I went to, after stopping many places, including gas stations,
Wow.
my go-to, I ended up finding it
Three Musketeers factory.
France.
Alexander Dumas's house.
He only had Snickers. Isn't that weird? I went to a 7-Eleven in Glendale and found it there, but they had a giant candy section there.
Oh, I was going to say, because they also sell those like sharing Three Musketeers that are like 2 3/4 sizes.
Right,
in
yeah.
one.
It's just like a really big bar.
For
It's
a shareable.
two separate. Well, see, they're almost. It's not even 3. They should make it 3. It's
Yeah, what
2.
the heck?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Mine was $1.99.
What about
Okay.
you?
I don't feel so bad because I got it at Joann's
Hell
The
yeah.
candy store of the stars.
and paid $2.09.
Whoa, buddy.
I know you pay to play at Joann's.
Ooh, do you at least get some like cotton filling or something to go along with it?
And that's on top of the cover charge to get into Joanne.
and the tuxedo you have to buy until we go in there.
Limo rental.
Don't mention the hair and makeup. For the Ralph's price, $1.50, that's like a standard.
Yeah,
this
that's
is like
not
your
bad.
standard candy price.
Yeah. Not to be an old timer, but do you remember when candy bars were like 70 cents?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, I do.
yeah.
And I think about it every day. But I think they do still have these at the Dollar Tree. I see a lot.
yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can get them for $1 at least.
Okay.
I get excited when I go to CVS and they're doing like the 5 for $5 deals on the little boxes of stuff.
That's how I got addicted to Swedish fish. I used to be like, they're okay. But then they had like 3 boxes for $5. And I thought, what's wrong with 3 boxes of Swedish fish?
I would really like to try like Like I would have loved to have tried the strawberry kind of that.
Yeah.
Like imagine that fluffiness, but strawberry, especially frozen.
Right. Yeah.
I think that could help to break up the chocolate, the overwhelming chocolate.
What if it was 3 in one bar,
Like a
halfway,
Neapolitan?
like a Neapolitan,
Yeah.
like halfway through it changes flavor? That would be
Love
really
that.
interesting.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think it would have to run long ways though, so you get a little bit of everything in each bite. Isn't that the whole essence of Neapolitan?
I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to eat Neapolitan ice cream actually, because I would always like whenever there was a tub of Neapolitan ice cream at home,
The strawberry would be done.
the strawberry would be gone immediately, then the chocolate would be gone next, and then there was just vanilla ice cream.
But then you're just eating
Ice cream.
strawberry.
But I mean, you
ice cream,
take a
the
little bit,
chocolate.
but you sort of favor more than the
Okay,
other.
all
So
right,
like
all right.
ice cream, vanilla was always left over in my household. We don't like Italians, but
I like mixing vanilla with the chocolate. I like mixing the vanilla with the strawberry. Like it's a good mix the one in the middle with the ones in the end.
Well, that's why it would be good to have it again as 3 parallel bars
joined or
joined, because then you could like snap them apart and eat like, oh, a bite of this, a bite of this, a bite of that.
Oh, you're putting the flavor mixing up to yourself instead of just
let
like
me
going to the bar.
put my candy, my choice. Okay.
what about all those vanilla bars that don't get eaten?
Well, those ones you share with your friends.
Yeah, I'll give you a piece of it. I'll give you a third of it.
That one goes to Porthos, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah, so you don't.
That one goes to ethos.
You get it. All right, let's write down our scores out of
yes.
5 cavities.
Alrighty.
0 to 5.
Are we lumping Frozen and Normie together?
Let's do 2
Normie.
separate ones. Let's do Normie and Frozen.
Are those Musketeers?
Those are Musketeers.
I'm gonna give the frozen one. I'm gonna give it 5 Olafs. I'm just kidding.
Greg won't let it go. As Dumas once said.
As the Phantom of the Opera also would not let it go.
Let me see. Let me see if I'm ready to go, what I'm ready to go with on this one. Yeah. You know what? I am who I am. All for one.
and
and one for all.
I love it when you write something down, not necessarily in secret, but I can't see it, and you're just like, I am who I am. And that's my manifesto. I am who I am.
That's my Popeye manifesto. Okay.
You're the purple M&M.
Who was I'm just gonna be me, guys. Woke as hell. Sexualized by
Not yet.
Hot in a weird way.
yeah. It's hot in a Marge Simpson kind of way. So
Don't talk about my TV mom like that. It bothers me.
so who wants to go first on this? I'm gonna go last.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
go
picked
last
it.
because you Choco Boy.
Yeah.
All right, Choco Boy.
Choke on this.
Is it okay with the Choco Boy? Huh?
Choco Boy, yes.
I'm going to say normal, Three Musketeers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good. Love the texture. Super fluffy. Just too overwhelming. Too overwhelming chocolate.
like a 5.
I'm giving Normie Three Musketeers a 2.
Oh, ooh. Ouch.
But when you freeze that bad boy,
Cardinal Richelieu over here.
it just changes it. Not that much, but it changes it. Yeah, I think it really mellows it out. The coolness helps you eat it.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 2.75.
Cool.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not
No,
really
no,
bad.
That's in the middle. That's
yeah.
like,
and especially from you.
yeah, I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Yeah.
This, like Greg said, this is like eating fudge.
Yeah.
And you either eat
Can we
fudge
eat
or you
fudge?
don't. Like, it's just too much
And
sometimes.
it's
That's the beginning of my manifesto. You either eat fudge or you don't.
let them eat fudge, and then the Three Musketeers have to come.
And kill the queen.
I feel very similarly to you that it's two different types of chocolate meeting.
Yeah.
So it's like a mountain of chocolate that you're trying to swallow.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to be hot or cold about like fudge and heavy chocolate.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But okay, so we talk about chocolate on chocolate. When it's like a muffin, that's like a chocolate muffin with chocolate chips in it, I don't like that because that's too much chocolate.
Yeah.
But the chocolate was different enough on the outside from the inside that it worked for me.
The two types of chocolate tastes complement each other. Like I do like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they go really well as a really strong chocolate and a kind of fluffier, lighter chocolate. They work really well together.
Yeah. So a 5. So a 5. 5.
Normal,
Or
I'm
grade
gonna
on
say
5.
room temperature. I'm gonna say 2.8.
Oh, okay.
All
But
right.
frozen,
Oh.
3.25.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the chocolate ice cream taste of
It's,
the middle.
I was
That
not expecting
me
it to
neither.
be like this is not ice cream,
Yeah.
and yet it was almost ice cream.
Yeah, you turned a candy into an ice cream perfectly.
Ta-da!
It should have been a rabbit, but it turned out to be ice cream, and I'll take it.
They
It was a
should just,
golden rabbit.
you should just get Three Musketeers from the freezer aisle now.
Yeah,
That would
I
be.
agree.
That's not a bad idea to sell to have like half of your inventory in the impulse buy, half of them in the freezer section.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I think they do. Well, I know that they sell like a Snickers version that's like it, but it does have ice cream in it. I think like it's a modified Snickers, but like this could be on its own in like in a 7-Eleven, like with the little cups and the the bars and I've been to a 7-Eleven.
You've never eaten ice cream, have you?
No. I have. It tastes.
It's nice and warm.
It's, on a nice cold day.
You drink it through a straw.
Yeah, I've had it. Trust me, I've had it.
I do like the taste and the consistency of is it the nougat inside, right? The soft part is the nougat. But
that's all it is nougat.
Yeah. But I really do need another little thing in there, like a peanut. Or
what if it was like an Almond Joy and there was just like a random almond in the middle? Well, how would you feel about that?
It's not random. You could see it's pregnant with a little almond.
Yeah. Oh, and you like
baby.
put your ear to it.
Yeah, and then no one's around.
Just like our wives.
You mean one giant almond in the middle, like a walnut?
Put 3 almonds in it.
Those are the Musketeers.
And come back to the essence of 3 Musketeers.
You son of a gun.
I would imagine the other flavors in this. Like, I think that would be wildly popular, and I don't know why they don't bring that back regularly. What could have been? If only Hitler had not been so Hitler.
I'm kind of surprised the strawberry wasn't the most dominant flavor. Was it the alpha?
Or at least like highly competitive, at least. Like vanilla, like, okay, we'll get rid of, is that what you guys want? We'll get rid of vanilla.
Yeah, I don't know what the board meetings were like of like, it's hour 12, we've got to narrow it down.
Yeah.
But I'm sure strawberry was pretty popular, but like nothing's more popular than chocolate when it comes to like flavors of things.
Yeah, I just feel like it's chocolate on chocolate, but chocolate on strawberry. Now we got some variety going on.
Yeah, that would be really interesting. That would be okay. So, are you ready to hear what I'm going to give?
Yes,
I don't know if I am.
Your vibes.
Look, I don't play favorites. I love this. I still love it. It's rare that I will have a full-size 3 Musketeers. It's normally the fun size.
Yep.
So those smaller bites and smaller amounts are maybe the perfect way, but still the normal. I'm going to give a 4.5.
Whoa.
My highest score ever. That's my highest score ever. But
I know
the Frozen, I will give a 4.6.
Okay.
My second highest score ever. Well, no, my second highest score ever.
I get that. I get what you did there.
I'm the one that's high. Sorry.
Hey, Daniel, look at me. You're the writer now.
Oh no! I looked into his eyes and now I'm high. I really like this. This is what I like in a candy bar.
I thought there was another sentence coming after that.
No, that was a period. This wasn't a second highest situation. That was just a period. Oh, so would you be excited to get this on Halloween?
I'm gonna say yes, because like you said, the fun size is the way to go.
Yeah.
What about a full size?
I would leverage your love for it to trade for something really good.
Okay, you'd manipulate. You can have all of my red vines. What about you?
I agree with him. The fun size is perfect. It's weird that you can give me a big pile of them and I'll be excited, but one single one's like, I open it, so I have to eat the whole thing now, as opposed to like, I could spread these throughout like a week or a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So I think fun size is the way to go, in that it makes me want more, as opposed to eating a whole bar and I'm sort of slow. I feel slow and thirsty after it.
So you wouldn't be excited for a fun size, even from the thrill, the inherent thrill of getting a full size candy bar in your sack. If you get in the sack with a full-size candy bar.
That goes for any candy, that if you get the full equivalent, you get excited.
Well, not every, like if someone gave me a full-size big hunk, like I'm not happy.
I feel like, but you're a 10-year-old, right? And you get a full-size big hunk. You don't know what a big hunk is. You just know it's a full-size candy.
I am speaking with the wisdom of a 34-year-old man who does a podcast about candy.
Dressed up like a werewolf to get free candy. The wisdom.
I'm walking on my knees for miles with bloody knees so no one can tell how old I am.
And I've also been noticing we like the fun-size stuff of things. Is that because we're old?
Maybe it's just too much candy for us.
Yeah. Maybe it's that, because the idea of like opening something and then having to finish it, as opposed to getting little bites throughout. Like I'm a finger food guy. I like little things to pick at.
The tapas. It's a candy tapas.
I found the solution. You open a full-size 3 Musketeers.
Yeah.
You take a big old bite. Put the other rest in the freezer.
Ooh, but make sure you wrap it nicely, because you don't want it to get like freezer burned or something. That's my only concern.
You work for Big Ziploc. You're always trying to get me to put stuff in bags. I refuse.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
I'm going to seal this conversation up. Airtight.
Yeah, I would be excited for both. Like I said, I didn't used to be excited about Fun Size Three Musketeers on Halloween because they were always there. Like you always get a Three Musketeers.
Top 3.
But the more
cost effective,
the more refined and elderly I get, the more I appreciate. Like this is so nice. Like this is very nice. And of course, I'd love to get a full size as well.
I just want to throw that out there that even though I didn't rate this super high, I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy the fluffiness of it.
Yeah, it's almost like a fine dining dessert of fluffiness. Mm-hmm. Like it's like a souffle. Like it's very fluffy and nice. I could sleep on one of these. Like they should sell pillows
that you can eat.
That you can eat in the freezer.
I'm just surprised how important texture really is in a candy.
Yeah.
Like, it can really make or break, like when we were doing Junior Mints.
Oh, right.
That texture.
Yeah. Even going back to Look Bar, which I didn't think tasted that great, but the texture was growing on me.
Yeah.
And let me say that again. I didn't think it tasted that great, Greg.
I think that you need to have another one. I think that you're too immature to really enjoy what it's about.
An old man's candy. So we've got a game.
Oh, my favorite part.
This is a classic game. We are playing Melissa's Trivia.
All right.
So as with last time, she wrote down the questions on one piece of paper that I have not seen and the answers on another piece of paper I have not seen. They're all sealed up.
All right.
So you ready for this? You ready for some candy
trivia?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, so question 1, to unseal it. A flood of this candy ingredient occurred in Boston at Harvard Yard in 1919, killing 21 and injuring 150. I believe I know this one.
What's the year again?
1919, killing 21 people and injuring 150.
I'm going to say...
Is this a...
I think I know. I'm going to go last because I think I know this answer.
Is this a play on words? A flood of this?
A flood of this candy ingredient.
Oh, candy ingredient.
Ingredient?
A flood of this candy ingredient occurred in Boston in 1919, killing 21 and injuring 150.
I'm going to say a flood of piping hot molten caramel lava.
From Mount Caramel.
Mount Caramel.
I don't know why they built a whole city around Mount Caramel, but they did.
And it just like Terminator style. Just took people out.
It's like Pompeii and there's like encased people in caramel in the Boston Museum.
We're going to have to eat them to save them.
I don't want to eat my own family, but they look so good and texture is so important.
We all know his mouth dripping with caramel. His mother he had to eat. We all know it, right? Okay, repeat it one more time.
A flood of this candy ingredient occurred in Boston in 1919, killing 21 and injuring 150, which is insane numbers.
Boston?
The candy ingredient is what trips me up.
Yeah.
So sugar?
Molasses. You can't flood with molasses.
Why not? It would be slow. A slow death.
It'd be slow, but Massachusetts, I don't know how to run, right? Sports, am I right, guys? Get that team out of here.
The Celtics this year.
Do you not know the answer?
I don't know the answers, but I think I know what the answer to this is. But I am not privy to the answers to these questions, other than my own massive intellect.
Throbbing intellect.
Throbbing intellect. My frozen intellect.
Molasses.
I'm going to say molasses also because because there was a molasses flood that killed a bunch of people. I know it sounds absurd, but it happened.
Okay.
So let's go to the answer.
Big brain book reading.
Oh, yeah. As Alexander Dumas, The Three Musketeers is about candy. It's molasses.
Oh.
I don't know how that happened exactly, but apparently 21 people.
And it in the factory, it flooded a factory. It
flooded into the streets. Like it flooded the city of Boston.
They were so macho about it. Like, I don't got to run from no flood.
It's like the first person who was hit by a car was like just frozen, like, ah, and the car's going like 2 miles an hour at them. And they're like, I don't know how to stop. And she's like, I don't know what I'm looking at. And the person just got run over by a car. Like I'm sure what happened when a slow flood of molasses is coming.
What is that?
What the hell's happening? Did that come from Harvard Yard? Get in the car. Get in the car.
The person that got hit by the slow car died of an infection 3 weeks later because they survived being slightly knocked over.
They got hit by the car and then the molasses covered them. Okay, so question 2.
Molasses.
This chocolate bar was inspired by a malted milkshake. I actually know this one also. Melissa is not communicating. We do not communicate
Cheaters.
on this. We are not
Freaking
cheating.
Cheaters.
Swinging answers around.
Read it one more time.
This chocolate bar was inspired by a malted milkshake.
Oh,
I was going to say like,
I was gonna say Three Musketeers.
not like Whoppers. What's the other one?
Oh,
But it's a bar.
Yeah, Three Musketeers is a good guess. I shouldn't have said that. I know what the answer is. I know this one.
Three Musketeers.
I'm not going to say.
But no, we just learned the
Yeah, we
history of
learned
Three
the history.
Musketeers.
We would have said it.
I know. Why
Yeah.
you? I mean, it's not that you just don't read books. It's that you don't listen.
What?
Oh, what, you and all the teachers my whole life are going to say the same thing? There are three. There are Three Musketeers, Milky Way, Baby Ruth. But those all have nuts, not three. Okay, repeat that question again.
This chocolate bar was inspired by a malted milkshake.
I know this, and it's
Man, this is
malted
chocolate
milkshake.
territory. So
Yeah, we've been heavy on chocolate so far.
my names are like, I don't know chocolate names.
What gummy candy was inspired by a malted milkshake?
It's probably like one of the older ones.
Yeah,
It's probably got nougat in it.
yeah,
It's probably Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Two Musketeers.
Malted Musketeers.
There's a candy with malt in the title.
Maltesers, are you thinking of? Those are like Whoppers, Maltesers.
I'm going to say whatever the candy bar form of Whoppers are. I don't know the name.
That's
A Whopper bar?
A
A
Whopper
Whopper from Whopper Jr.
yeah, Whopper Jr.
I'll just say Babe Ruth, even though it's got peanuts in it.
Yeah, Baby Ruth has peanuts in it.
No, it's not Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
It could be Babe Ruth the man, though. He certainly
Yeah, he
looked like he
has,
was inspired by a malted milkshake. That was what was inspiring to hit all those home runs. The
Is it-
thought of a malted milkshake.
Is it a Milky Way? I'm gonna say my answer is gonna be Milky Way.
I'm just going to say Three Musketeers.
Okay.
My answer is also Milky Way. Let's confirm that because it is right. Milky Way,
Okay.
inspired by the taste and recreation of a malted milkshake.
Huh.
Does that have caramel in it?
It's basically a Three Musketeers with caramel.
Okay.
No, the malted milkshakes have caramel.
Oh
in them?
no. Yeah, I maybe just like that flavor palette.
So then, wouldn't a Three Musketeers be more akin to a malted?
I would think so.
Maybe that caramel taste really sets it over the edge because this tastes like ice cream, but malt has that like different sort of flavor that I
Okay.
guess you
All
can
right.
recreate with caramel. All right, question 3. What country is the largest producer of cocoa in the world?
Oh,
COCOA. So like I'm guessing the beans.
Mhm.
What country?
What country is the largest producer of cocoa in the world?
South America, isn't it?
I'm gonna
I'm
guess
gonna
South
go
America.
with- it's either like Colombia
Yeah.
or Brazil or Nicaragua, something like that.
Yeah.
It could be Mexico. I don't think so.
I don't think so
Maybe.
either.
I don't think it's far south enough.
I'm gonna say Costa Rica,
Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna just go with.
even though they're small.
I'm gonna go with. I want to say it's Colombia, but I'm gonna go with Guatemala.
I'm gonna go with Colombia though. If you're not gonna take Colombia, I'm gonna Colombia. Yeah.
All right, so we've got a Guatemala, a Colombia, and a Costa Rica.
Oh, hold on.
Wait a
The
minute.
brain is a
Hang
turning.
on. Germany.
Yeah. Antarctica.
The most South American place I can think of, Antarctica.
That's where Frozen Three Musketeers come from. Colombia,
Colombia.
Guatemala, I say Costa Rica. Answer 3,
If you get this right, you confirm cheating.
Ivory Coast in Africa.
Whoa!
We were completely wrong.
Wow.
Did they like take chocolate from South America over there and then it just
mate.
flourished?
I want to say that.
There's no way those suckers had chocolate.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because the Aztec and all that,
Yeah.
before slavery happened, they already had chocolate or cocoa in South America.
Well, maybe you
Yeah.
can grow two different places.
It could, Pangea, am I right?
Pangea.
That's your answer to everything.
We always forget about
Pangea.
Pangea.
Of course.
Of course.
Pangea.
Pangea did the murder.
It was Pangea with the tectonic plate in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it, when they split, but I don't know because they definitely have chocolate in South America or South America, but Africa.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know. I
do.
don't know.
We're going to dig up these answers for you, listener,
Yeah.
and report back.
Yeah.
We'll let you know what Pangea is in the next episode.
When we get back from the Ivory Coast, we'll let you know. Where did you get this stuff? Okay, so question 4. Before automation, it used to take 27 hours to make just one of these candies. Now it takes 6 minutes.
Say the first part again. Sorry.
Before automation, it used to take 24 hours to make just one of these candies. Now it takes 6 minutes. I'm going to go back to what we kind of learned on our candy corn episode and say candy corn. Because remember, you had to like pour the things.
Yeah.
I'm in that same ballpark, but I want to say like taffy.
Oh, maybe
Like
taffy.
Taffy.
with all the like the processing.
Because now they have that
flipping it.
machine that like twirls it.
But I guess people still handmade. No. It's like the hard ones. I don't know what that is. I'm going to stick with taffy.
Taffy, candy corn.
Generic lollipops.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it takes that long to cool.
Well, they put in the sticks in.
Yeah, it's a science.
It used to be 24 hours to put sticks in it. Now it's just
3 hours to cool.
Yeah.
26 hours and 59 minutes to put the sticks in. Okay, so let's see. I say candy corn. You say taffy. You say lollipops. Answer 4. Peeps.
Peeps.
Peeps. Marshmallow peeps.
Peeps.
You were closest with the marshmallow.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't cheat, though.
Cheater.
You're cheating on Melissa with Peeps.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
Don't say that on the air. I'm cheating on her with Beto's phone. Why does it take so long? I don't know.
Well, they got a hatch.
That's true. You got to put them in the incubator. Okay, so question 5, our final question. Studies show that kids can consume up to this many cups of sugar eating Halloween candy. This is going to be upsetting.
I mean, when you go cups, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because my brain thinks of grams for sugar.
How many grams are in a cup?
That's for the French lady.
What is
what does
for a
she
French
say?
lady to figure out? How many cups of sugar do kids consume each year for Halloween? Is that the question?
How much studies show that kids can consume up to this many cups of sugar eating Halloween candy? I'm guessing that means like maybe just like on their first night when they just like going nuts.
What's their neighborhood like?
Oh, wait. Okay, so let me put this in perspective.
Okay.
250 grams of sugar is equal to 1 cup.
Whoa.
Okay.
So,
And we're talking mostly fun size stuff.
But like, what's their neighborhood like? Full pillowcase? I need to know the kids' eating habits.
Let's say like
Is their dad a dentist?
do they like gummy or do they like chocolate?
level of discipline?
Of cups.
I'm gonna say 3 cups.
3. Yeah, kids can go crazy. Like I know I certainly did. Like when I got a sack full
if your
of
mom
candy.
let you, yeah.
Yeah, if my mom didn't take all of my peanut M&Ms. But
I mean, your mom would take about 4 cups of those from you, so you were left with maybe like 2 cups, 2.5 cups.
I'm just going to go with 2 now that I know cup to gram ratio.
Yeah.
500 grams of... That's a lot of freaking sugar.
but there's a lot of sugar.
snort all
Like
of
look
it.
how much sugar is in this 3 Musketeers.
That would be like 10 Cokes, maybe more.
Oh,
You're telling me they're eating more than...
There is
you telling me they're drinking 10 Cokes?
There is 37 grams of sugar in a 3 Musketeers.
Okay.
And this is a light candy bar.
Okay, so it's pretty equal. A candy bar equals a soda can.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, you said
3.
3, you said 2. I'm going to say 2.5.
I need to change my answer.
Okay,
now
what are you
because
gonna
now
say?
that I learned that, I'm gonna say 5.
5?
cups.
Okay, you said 3.
3.
I'm still going to go with 2.5.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what the answer
You
is.
can't drink half a cup.
You can't have half of a candy bar. 3, which equals 169 sugar cubes. 169.
I'd like to thank everybody. I guessed most of those. I did not have any confirmed.
You're cheating on my wife.
That's why they call me Hunch.
So yeah, that's the equivalent of 169
Wow.
sugar cubes. That's insane.
That makes me want to eat candy, knowing that. I don't know why. It makes me want to eat, I don't know, drink 10 Cokes.
Yeah, like imagine like you would never sit there and drink 10 cans of Coke.
You
but-
come home with 10 cans in your bag and just...
Yeah.
And you just have all of it.
Your teeth just dissolving each can. You're pouring acid on rocks.
Well, look, that's the end of our show. What should we suggest? What's our directive for our listeners? What should it
it
be?
is to donate to our Patreon.
Okay,
That
so
is the
this
directive.
month, this week, let's say donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/candyisdandy. You could give any amount you want right now. It keeps us going because cost of living is going up. These candy prices are going up. It's not entirely cheap to do this show. And
Joanne inflation.
Joanne is inflation.
Joanne, and that's her full name. It's Joanne's inflation.
It was Italian, but when she got to Alice Island, they changed it.
Inflationario, and then it went down to inflation. Yeah, so if you could support us on there, and it helps us pay for all this stuff, and it helps this show keep on going. Things are expensive,
Yep.
If you can afford it. And if we get enough of you, we'll start doing bonus episodes where we do the same format of the show, but with cookies. Woo. So yeah, that's patreon.com/candyisdandy. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our Americans.
Happy Thanksgiving.
This is our last episode before Thanksgiving.
Make sure to sneak some turkey-related candy into your meal.
Put a little bit of nougat inside the turkey, see who might notice. So, as our final words of this episode.
Merci de votre écoute et faites un don à notre Patreon. Un pour tous et tous pour nous. Texture.
Thank you something, all for one for all.
Wow. I am thoroughly impressed.
And then I missed the rest of it.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, and please donate to our Patreon. One for all and all for us.
Oh!
Texture.
Wow.
As always, texture.
Thank you, Amelie. The only French woman's name I know.